your takeaways from the opener, specifically for how your group played?
Just got to work on finishing. I think we rotated 9 guys, and for the most part, I thought all of them made really nice plays, and there was some plays that probably each of them wanted back. But for our group in particular, I thought the guys went out and they competed and played hard.
It was our first chance to see in-game action from 3 new D tackles. How would you assess how Kelvin, Kamari, and Aeneas did perform?
I think they did exactly what I thought they would do, what they've been doing throughout the entirety of camp, and they played up to my expectations, all 3 of them.
Coach Price mentioned Kamari kind of stood out with his limited reps. Do you feel like he earned more playing time with how he played against Vandy?
Oh, of course. I mean, that's one thing that we went away from watching the game, so we got to find him more playing time. But the way the game went, there was only 60 reps to begin with for the entire game. So there's going to be games where there'll be a lot more opportunities.
Panay is not a guy we've asked you a whole lot about. He got a lot of reps. I think he's listed co-starter on the depth chart at least. What have you seen from him this August and his senior season?
He's playing at a different level than he ever has. Different pad level, consistency. Totally trust him. He's going to be in the right spot. He's going to execute his assignment. He plays hard. He chases. I mean, all 5 of those guys have done that all camp. But you have to have a starting spot, and he's been as consistent, if not the most consistent guy throughout camp.
Are those tackle spots interchangeable at all, or are they pretty specific?
No, we play left and right. They both play the B gap. Everybody plays the A gap. They play left and right. I know it might be labeled as nose on the depth chart maybe or something, but they play left and right, and whatever combination of those 5 are in the game, I'm comfortable with.
Are they all interchangeable in terms of, I guess, 3 technique and that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They all 5 of them will play the 2-eye. Okay. All 5 of them will play a 3 technique, and they all have a little bit different skills, and that's the really neat thing about them. They all do a lot of things well. Pad level, I think they play hard. I think they're all intelligent guys. Their football IQ is hard, but then you look at each of them as an individual may bring something a little bit different to the table the other team has to prepare for.
How different is Marshall's offense from what they had last year?
Totally different. I believe there's only one starter return in the center, Logan Osborne. Other than that, I think everyone is new on their offense. So welcome to the portal football, I guess.
Scheme-wise, is it? I mean, I know they have a coordinator in it too.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit different scheme-wise. Obviously, Ali was a big factor. He was a really good player, and he's gone. So there are a lot of RPOs and things, but so a little bit different.
From a D-line perspective, how do you prepare for the RPO world and with responsibilities?
We play the run. I mean, the D-line doesn't have really much to do with the RPO. If we can get some push and some leak and maybe get a hand up if they realize the ball hasn't been handed off, but as soon as my guys start worrying about RPOs, they're going to start running the ball on us. So we just try to stay in our gaps and control our 3-foot area, and that's the back end's concern.
This is a pretty mature team that you guys have in terms of experience. Has the response to Saturday's result been what you wanted to see?
100%. Well, it has 100%, as far as I'm concerned. The way they haven't changed about how they've gone to work. We've worked the same way, been very consistent, and they're just looking for another opportunity to get the bad taste out of your mouth. So,
at the start of the fourth quarter, Kelvin had that one play where he burst through the line. Mm-hmm. He and APR got the TFL. What have you seen from him and just his growth since he's been here?
Oh, first of all, he kind of came in already knowing how to play. That's the one thing about these portal guys is, you're teaching them the way you want them to play in your scheme, but they have a base skill set, or we wouldn't have looked for to recruit him out of the portal to begin with. So, he's just blossomed. He's enjoying it. I think he's having the most fun he's ever had playing, if you ask him. And our style of play is definitely lending more to his skill set than his previous school.
A couple players that you knew at Marshall or recruited at Marshall, have they filtered through the system yet, or is this?
Yeah, I don't know anybody there.
Nobody there. Okay.
Yeah. Cole has had the lunch pail for
a
while. What have you seen from him and his play on the field, but also his leadership?
The last part of it is the leadership. I mean, Cole's been the same guy. He holds people to a higher standard from being on the field to making sure the locker room's cleaned. A few of those guys stayed after and helped clean up a bus after we got back here from the road game last week, it just, you just love going. He just goes about his business every day, and is a positive leader, and nobody's outlet him yet. Maybe playing wise, maybe some people have outplayed him in the practice or scrimmages or maybe a game, but nobody's outlet him. That's for sure.
Saw with Burgos early in camp with the inside run drill, get a little emotional and got ejected from practice. Have you seen him be able to channel that energy still?
That has nothing to do with nothing.